Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Wet Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This is a twin flame reading. They're held every month on the 11th and each video is collected in the Twin Flame playlist. Being a collective reading, please take only what resonates and do not force the message to fit. For this reading, I'll be using twin decks so we can see at what point each twin is on their healing journey. Overseeing this act of divination is Freya, the goddess of love, the moon, and Odin's twin flame. Now, in the last reading, we had the Divine Feminine receive 3 cards of damaged self-confidence. So, in this video, I'd like to simply list a few examples before we start of the difference between real twin flames and fake twin flames so that nobody gets hurt. Keep in mind that sometimes we do have to live a fake twin flame journey experience because we are getting ready for the real one to come along. Okay. So quickly, let's take a look at a couple of points. If it is a real twin flame journey, remember that it inspires peace. There's mutual support. That is, it's a healthy relationship, it's supportive, and it raises your vibration. It's also a very deep connection. You recognized each other the first time you met, as though you have known each other forever, because in fact, you've lived various lifetimes together. You also have shared values, that is, the same moral compass. And there is authentic love and support. The connection leads to inner growth, the feeling of pure love without emotional exhaustion. And the intense attraction does not fade over time. It deepens with mind, with body, and with soul. While on the other hand, a fake twin flame creates instability, a sort of emotional roller coaster. That is, it's emotionally draining, it's exhausting, with one person giving and the other person simply taking. There's manipulation and control. That is, they reel you in only to push you away. There's also emotional unavailability. That is, constant cycles of high and low, and the feeling that you are being fed on, being used. Then there's this separation and reconnection. That is, they come and go in and out of your life, feeding on your energy when they need it, and then they disappear. And lastly, there's no shared mission. There's no sense of spiritual purpose or that mission that you have in connection. And this is something that you feel inside. Okay, having said that, I really hope that everything goes along the lines of a real twin flame connection, that you ticked all the boxes of the real twin flames. Now, the actual list is very, very long. I've only mentioned a few of them, the emotional ones, but I'm thinking that you've already picked up the idea of what we're talking about. Okay. Let's see. Let's start off with the Divine Feminine because I really want to see in what condition she is after the last reading, which I really felt bad. Let's see. Spirit, can you please tell us at what point the Divine Feminine is in her healing journey of the Twin Flames? Okay, we're going to pull out all the cards as usual, and then, because I like to see if they're balanced or not right at the beginning, and then we'll take a look at them. Wow, okay, now that's what I'm talking about, generosity here. Okay. And these two, okay, my glass is really moving this today. Really, this is another indication, in fact. Okay, wow. Okay, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if there's any more. No. I'm just feeling the energy just faded, and that was it. Okay, let's see if I can get it there. And we'll also do the masculine. We'll get all the cards out for the masculine, Divine Masculine, see where he is on his healing journey. There we go, starting to come out. You guys out there that are watching, concentrate all your energy here. That way you'll be calling out the cards. Because some of you don't know that, but you actually do influence it. Even though it's actually recorded before you see this video, in reality you are influencing it. Let's see. Okay, guys, we have a tie. I just noticed that in the energy. Okay, 2 more. Ah, I spoke too soon. I actually spoke too soon. Thinking, yes, we have a tie. Okay, but it was really close. Okay, we have 2 more cards here for the Divine Masculine. Oh, 3 more. Okay, 8, 9, 10. Wow, the Divine Masculine has 11. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. I had to, there we go. The light was reflecting on the glass and I had to put a black piece of leather just so it didn't reflect. Sorry about that. Okay, the Divine Masculine has 11 cards, which is great. He has the number. Last time it was the Divine Feminine that had it, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, okay, let's start with the Divine Feminine at this point. Let's see. She is starting off with the Emperor in the reverse. Wow, there's a lot of movement. Okay, this glass usually does not move. Therefore, there's a lot of movement between the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. Okay, something's happening. The year 2025 is a very particular year, by the way, for the Twin Flames. There's going to be a lot of unions, reunions, or anything that needs to be done to move this relationship. Okay, and my glass is already moving, which is telling me that something is happening here with you divines out there that are watching. Okay, whatever is happening, there is movement with you guys, definitely. Wow. Okay, the Emperor, as I was saying, is in the reverse, which means that there's something that is not moving. Someone that has crossed their arms. Okay, this is the Divine Feminine, of course, and so she has already been damaged from the last time. Because this really stuck in my mind, the fact of getting 3 cards of self-confidence being destroyed. And she tried to approach the Divine Masculine, but things did not go well. Okay, so basically she has said, I'm not moving. And I honestly don't blame her. I mean, 3 cards, really? That was a little bit too much. Okay, then we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, she has a lot. Okay, this person knows what they're doing. Okay, I really can't blame her for crossing her arms at this point, saying, no, I'm not being stubborn. I'm being fixed on my decision, and that's it, because she backed off. Okay, and the thing is, she actually knows what she's doing. Okay, it's not crossing your arms to be stubborn. It's crossing your arms saying, you know what? I did everything I could. I really did it correctly. And I'm not moving. This time I'm not moving. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm picking up. They have a lot of dedication and commitment to this union. Okay. And yeah, well, the damage is still here. What I'm picking up is the damage from last time, the month ago. It's still lingering. It's still there. Okay, now, Divine Feminine, you should be filling yourself up with as much unconditional love as you can to heal yourself. Remember that, because in this journey, you have to heal and grow yourself. And you've already felt it. You've already felt the fact that the last time the reading was called either surrender or separation. Okay, you've already felt that you need to dedicate time to yourself, and that's what you should be doing. Okay, in fact, I'm seeing the 8 of Pentacles is in fact working on yourself. You're dedicating time to yourself, and you're not thinking about this union anymore, and that's good. I know it sounds bad, but it's actually good. Okay, it's actually very, very good. Let's go take a look. There was another little group coming out. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, okay, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is good, okay. Now, the 4 of Pentacles is telling me that you do have a little bit of insecurity, because this is only natural after what happened, okay. You're working on yourself to get rid of that insecurity, okay. We had 3 of these cards last time. It's still here. One of them is still here. Just like I said here, the damage is still there. You're working on it, okay. And I'm picking it up that, yes, it's still here. You're working on your boundaries and you're guarded still, which is only normal, okay? And in fact, it doesn't surprise me that the Chariot is in reverse, okay? Because you have an obstacle to overcome what happened, okay? And you feel actually powerless. But things are going to be changing. You see, the Wheel of Fortune is on your side. This is really good. I love this card for you, Okay, this is fantastic because this means that there's going to be a change. Okay, unexpectedly, something's going to happen and it's going to change. Luck will be on your side. Of course, luck is on this, how they, oh, what is that saying? Fortune favors the brave. That's it. Okay, now you're picking yourself up and you're doing the work, despite the fact that you have this insecurity and you're really holding on to it, and your chariot is in reverse. Okay, like you don't know what to do. Fortune's going to favor you because of the fact that despite everything, you're still working on yourself. You still picked yourself up and said, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to let it get me down. Internally, you still have these feelings because they can't disappear overnight, of course. But you're working on yourself, and that's commendable. That's really commendable. The universe sees that, and that's when you get favored. This is good luck, positive luck, something unexpected. Expect something unexpected to happen, really positive, because this is fantastic. Okay, it's like your reward. It's like the universe is saying, excellent job. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be strong, be very positive, work on yourself, and we've got your back, and we're gonna favor you. We're gonna reward you in some way. Let's go see. Okay, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Wow, look at all these pentacles. You're really working a lot on yourself. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And then, oh, finally the Page of Cups afterwards. Okay, of Pentacles. You're working really hard on yourself, and that's excellent. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Let's take a look in detail. Now, the Two of Pentacles tells me that you're starting to balance yourself out. Okay, see? The luck comes in. You're still doing the work, and when that luck comes in, you start balancing. You start getting rid of that insecurity that you had, which is starting to fade, but it's still there, right? Because a month went by, but it's still there. You know that. Okay, so this is nice. I really like this one. You're very resourceful. This is good. You're also very intelligent. You know how to do this. You know how to balance yourself up. You know how to pick yourself up and say, okay, it's time. We're also, during this reading, we're also in Libra season, and in a couple of days on the 13th of October, if you were watching this, the actual month in which it was recorded, Venus enters Libra. So I'm feeling that you're being influenced also by the stars here, because Libra season brings in a lot of balance. Now, in a couple of days, there's also going to be a special video uploaded with Venus and Libra, which brings a lot of reconciliation, a lot of fixing in relationships, and balancing yourself out. Because it's not just balancing out the relationships and love exploding, etc., as you'll see in the video, but it's also talking about your inner peace, your inner balance, your inner harmony. So, for example, those that understand that a relationship is unbalanced and it cannot be fixed, even though when Venus enters Libra, it does a lot of fixing and a lot of reconciliation. Sometimes there are some cases in which a person says, okay, you know what, I realize that I can't, for certain real reasons, such as this is not a real twin flame, it's a fake twin flame that is preparing me for the real one. And sometimes they end, but not to, let's say, not to damage you or anything, but it ends to give you a new beginning, and that's how the actual balance comes out. Okay, so this, I'm feeling that this is actually the influence of the stars above you that are helping you out. Okay, the universe is helping you out with these with this influence. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that there's that, it's sort of like it's sort of like you had this success, but it just disappeared really quickly, because you're balancing out that almost getting it, almost coming into union. It was so close, and it's like poof, it just disappeared. Okay, that's what you're balancing out. You still have a little bit of instability telling me that, but it's coming through. Okay, the balance is that instability that you still have right at the end, but it's going to be balanced out. Okay, I really can tell you that it will be balanced out for sure. Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay, finally we have a cups in here. Love comes in right at the end. Okay, you are at the moment, because of this, second card of insecurity. Well, we went down from 3 cards to 2. We're making progress, Divine Feminine. We're definitely making progress, okay? Um, okay. So in this case, we have a touch of insecurity still. It's diminishing. And you have that emotional vulnerability, okay? You still are a little bit vulnerable. Keep working. That too will be balanced, okay? This card of balancing out is connecting to these two, as we were saying, okay? That success that just disappeared really quickly, that was so close, and this, the security that you had, the vulnerability that you have now, it will be balanced out, okay? So this is a reading of definite healing on the Divine Feminine's part. Wow, this glass is really moving. Things are moving for you guys. I got to go see what's happening here on this part. Now, what's happening to the Divine Masculine, who has 11 cards? So theoretically, I'm hoping for more. Okay, the Four of Wands in the reverse. Okay, the Divine Masculine is feeling a little bit unwelcomed. I wonder why. Okay, there's a little bit of conflict. Let's go see. Wow. Okay, 2 4s. We have angel numbers already on his side. We had 2 4s. Oh, by the way, here we also had 2 10s. Okay, I didn't actually look at the numbers here. There's a 4 right away. And yeah, sorry about the sloppiness, but I actually see the numbers better this way. And we have 2 10s. Okay, angel number 2. Okay, Divine Feminine, we have the portal, the 10-10 portal. Okay. This too for you is very strong. You can manifest what you like during this portal. It's a very strong portal. And should you have the numbers 1111 appearing during the 10-10 portal, it talks about the end of one thing and the beginning of the other, because it is composed of 1 and 0. 0 the end, 1 the beginning. Okay. Take a look at your angel numbers. Divine Masculine has 2 4s for the moment. Then I'm going to take a look at the other ones, because wow, we have a lot of also major arcanas. Okay, no peeking. So we were saying he feels a bit unwelcomed, and he also has a 4 swords in the reverse, meaning that he's actually he's recovering as well, because it wasn't he actually didn't realize what happened, but then he did. Okay. And he's really restless, very restless. And then we also have the 8 of Wands. Okay, this is really good. He's really restless, and what he's thinking about is contact. Making a move, sudden changes, something really quick. And it looks like wow. Okay, the isolation is really getting to him. And he's thinking about communication at this point. Let's go see what this is all about. Because it has to do with the Divine Feminine. Yeah, Judgment is in reverse. He didn't come out of it very well. Okay. He failed to learn some sort of lesson. And he's really upset with himself. It's sort of like saying that he almost hates himself for what he did, because he understands there's self-awareness here. Okay. He's looking at himself in the mirror, and he saw what he did. Okay. And this is, wow. And that's why there's this message, this need of communication that's coming out of him, this desire. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we have a connection with the Divine Feminine here on this side. This time here, the 10 of Pentacles is the exact same card, only it's in the upright. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that with the Divine Feminine was upside down, and the Divine Masculine wants to turn it around, just like with the message that they want to communicate here. Okay. He wants to fix this. He wants stability. What he wants is stability here, because he understands that he brought about the instability. Like we said, self-awareness. They looked in the mirror. Okay. And they want to fix this stability card. They want to put stability in it. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. What he saw was the materialistic side of what was said. I think I'm picking up that they said something, and there's a lot of pentacles on this side as well, because she's working on it, and he is too. He's working on what he's seen, and he's realized that he has projected an image of himself of being very materialistic instead of being spiritual, because this union is spiritual. If anything, it's spiritual. But what he's actually seen in the mirror is that he was materialistic about it. Okay, he was looking at more, not, how can I say this? He was looking at something that was much more tangible than intangible. Okay, he saw the relationship from a more tangible point of view, materialistic point of view, and that's what he realized that where his mistake was. Okay. Let's see. Okay, the Page of Pentacles, all in the Pentacles. There's a lot of work happening. That's why my see how the glass is shifting here. There's a lot going on. Both sides are working a lot on each other, which is really good. The Page of Pentacles here, he's realized, I'll be blunt about this because I'm sorry, this is the actual message. This is foolishness and immaturity. Okay? They've realized that they missed a chance. And they missed a chance, like we said, the judgment is, this is all what they're seeing, that they were really immature. They just acted and without thinking. Okay, because a mature person thinks before they act, and they think really well. An immature person will just go in there really light-headed, saying, okay, I'm going to have fun. And then what happens? Damage. And then they realize it, and it's like, damn, oh, shouldn't have done that. Yeah. You do come out of it looking foolish, in fact. It's connected to the Hierophant because the realization of acting foolish is connected to the Hierophant, which instead talks about knowledge. Okay? They're reflecting. They're actually evaluating themselves, and they're looking at themselves in the mirror and saying, God, that was really stupid, wasn't it? Yeah, you did look foolish. Okay? They've realized what they've done. And they're starting to come down and put their feet on the ground and their head on their shoulders and saying, okay, let me think about this. Okay, this is a card of also education. And they think back of, is that what I was taught? Okay, is that what I would teach a child, to behave like that? And they're seeing themselves as the child and the father, and they're seeing how what they did was wrong. Like, they would never have given a piece of advice to act like that to someone else, so why did they do it? And that's what they're coming up with. There's a lot of realization, okay? It's just like they're just clicking, and everything that happened is finally starting to sink in. Okay, last three cards. The Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords, beautiful, and the Strength card. Okay, my Knight of Cups here is telling me that there's a lot of disappointments. Okay? Yeah. There's a big disappointment that came through, which is obvious because in realizing this, now they're let down. They're very disappointed in themselves. Okay? Definitely. Because their cup is upside down. This is the way they behave. They wanted to behave like the knight in shining armor with the cup of love, but they realized that this is what they look like. Instead of like this, they were like completely upside down. Okay? And so they're really disappointed in themselves and how they behaved. Ace of Swords, the Truth card, the truth and nothing but the truth, the clarity, the breakthrough, okay? See how after all this reflection and everything that came out of this whole situation, the Truth card comes out at the end, because at the end, they understand that, it's like, boom, okay, gosh, that's what I look like, that's what I did, and that's why I did it, you know? There's a great breakthrough, and this is really good, because hopefully this will lead to learning your lesson and understanding, and therefore the actual shift in the spirituality, in the spiritualness of this union, and not the materialistic aspect of this union, which they had focused on before. And that's what led them astray and made them act incorrectly, and therefore damage and hurt the Divine Feminine. Last card out for them is the Strength card in the reverse. Okay? They, okay. Thank you, Spirit. They have now low confidence. This is karma setting in, okay? because of the realization of what they did, the Divine Feminine lived that low confidence. Really, she was hit by it with 3 cards, and she's still suffering it now with 2 cards. The Divine Masculine said, oh my God, now I feel it. They're starting to live what they gave out. And this is simply karma. Okay? This is necessary that they understand that they're finally feeling what the Divine Feminine had felt because of their behavior. And this is going to be a really good lesson, because it's going to give them a connection with the Divine Feminine and understand. And hopefully next month, I'm really hoping, because we got 11 cards here, this is a really great number. Hopefully this will turn into wisdom, and we're getting close to union. Okay, like we said, 2025 is the year of unions and reunions. So this sometimes happens. It's like the storm that brings about the rainbow at the end. So let's hope that the Divine Masculine understands everything, and it brings them closer to the spiritual divine union instead of the materialistic aspect of it. Wow, guys, this is really big. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I wish you all the best. See you on the next one. Bye-bye for now from Angel.